Okay, so don't get me wrong, transformation videos, they are great and they are motivating, but there's one big problem with most transformation videos. They aren't really realistic. Hence why I wanted to make this YouTube video, a realistic 30-day bulking transformation, because I want to show you what's actually realistic to expect when it comes to bulking for a month while following a proper nutrition and training program. And I think that this video can be very informative and helpful. We're going to be covering my physique compared to 30 days ago when I started my bulk. We're going to be covering my strength, going to be covering my program, my nutrition plan, just everything to have a perfect bulk. So I'm excited about it. Let's do it. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you open a can of rain. And I'm about to go into my workout right now. I'm here with my friend Oscar.
I'm doing rehab right now.
It's been a while, bro.
It's been way too long.
Glad to have you here. Going to probably or hopefully make some more content with him in the future.
Without a doubt.
For sure. And during the workout, I'm going to be covering my progression for the last month. And after that, we're going to compare my physique to, a month ago when I started my lean bulk. So I'm excited. Are you excited, bro?
We are always excited.
We're always excited.
We're always excited.
Shall we get into the workout?
Shall we?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
So before we get into comparing my strength, let's just quickly cover my workout program. Well, I'm currently doing a 5 days a week workout program, and it's a upper lower split where I'm training my upper body 3 times a week and my lower body twice a week. And I'm using a few different periodization strategies in order to see the best results. For the primary compound movements, I'm using daily undulating periodization. But for the secondary compound movements and for the isolations, I'm just using a progression model known as double progression, which basically means that you're trying to increase the reps rather than the weights, because as most of you know, it's not realistic to expect to increase your weights when doing bicep curls for every single week. You're going to stall pretty fast then. And those are just a few examples of the progression and periodization models, but don't worry, I'm going to make a comprehensive guide for you guys, or a workout program for you guys in the future, which explains everything regarding that, so stay tuned. But the next up is my nutrition plan. Well, I'm currently doing a lean bulk where I'm eating in a 10% calorie surplus. The reason why I'm not eating in a bigger calorie surplus is because it simply doesn't give you a lot more muscle growth, which was what we thought when we didn't have enough research back in the days. I like how I'm talking like I'm 50 years old, but you know what I mean. I mean the general population. But basically a lean bulk is way smarter because you're not going to gain a lot more muscle. If you do a dirty bulk, you'll just gain a lot of unnecessary fat gain. A few studies which I've talked about previously has shown this as well. So stay in the 5 to 15% calorie surplus for a lean bulk. And when it comes to my macro distribution, I'm eating roughly twice my body weight in kilos. So roughly 140 grams of protein. And when it comes to the amount of fat and carbohydrates I'm eating, that isn't as important because your body can use fat as energy as well. But 25% of my total calories comes in the form of fat, and the rest of those calories are from carbohydrates, which I think is roughly 55%. And I wasn't meant to cover meal frequency, but I think that some people wonder about how many meals I eat per day. Well, it's roughly 5, but now let's cover the strength progression. Well, when I started my bulk, I could only bench 77.5 kilos for 6 reps at an RP of 7 to 8. And that has increased to almost 10 kilos because now I can do that with 85 kilos. So I'm still currently weaker than what I was prior to lockdown, but my body weight has also decreased. And if you know a thing or two about bench press, you know that if your body weight increases, your bench is definitely going to increase as well. So I'm pretty happy with the progress. I've measured my lifts on some of the other exercises. I've, for example, gained 50 kilos on the squat as well, but my training has definitely not been optimal there because yeah, I'm recovering from a hamstring tear, so I still can't hit my legs properly in the gym, which kind of sucks, but at least it's getting better. But overall, I'm really happy with the progression that I've seen on this program so far. But yeah, I'm just ending off with some arms as you're seeing on the screen. It's going pretty great, to be honest. But that's that, and let's get to the physique comparison and see how my physique has progressed in 1 month by following a proper training and nutrition plan. Okay, so we're going to go into comparing my physique right now. I just want to say that the previous clip definitely has a lot better lighting, so just keep that in mind. I didn't use artificial lighting, I just used the lighting from the sun, which probably wasn't the smartest idea because obviously that's not the same every day. But I've learned from my mistakes, so I won't do that the next time. So yeah, as you can see, it just has a lot better contrast when it comes to colors, and it's making me and my muscles pop more. But yeah, enough about excuses, let's compare my physique. Well, in this shot right here, it looks like I'm a lot more vascular, which makes sense because I've increased my carbs, which further increases my glycogen, which makes my muscles look fuller and get more vascular. So yeah, I'm a lot more veiny right now. I can't see any like big changes in my physique, but that's completely to be expected since I'm not a beginner. And going over to the side tricep pose, or whatever you want to call it, yeah, I think my muscles definitely look a lot more fuller now, and especially my chest and generally my arms. And now we're moving over to the back pose. Well, yeah, again, like the lighting complements my physique a lot more on the previous photo, but nonetheless, I do actually see some noticeably changes in my traps, and that makes sense because not only am I hitting back more, but also I'm doing more deadlifts and just generally having pulling off the floor, which also trains your traps. And then we're doing one more cheeky back lat spread, and yeah, I do actually think that my back looks a bit wider, and especially like my delts, they definitely have a lot more roundness to them, which is good. Moving over to the side chest pose, well yeah, here I actually see some noticeably changes as well, which is pretty good. Nothing crazy, but that's life when you're natural and have been training for many years. I definitely noticed that I look a lot more fuller, and I actually see a bit better progress in terms of my lower pec development. Even though the shot to the left has more contrast, I still think my shadows look even darker on the right photo, which is amazing. And of course, for the boys, a quick front double biceps. If you're a lady, that's fine as well. But yeah, we're moving over to my leg comparison right now. Well, I do actually think that my quads look a lot more, yeah, they just have a more shape to them overall. And now I'm coming back from a hamstring injury, so I still can't hit them properly. So yeah, I'm definitely not doing optimal leg training, but I do see some noticeably changes. I hope you do as well, and that I'm not just delusional. And yeah, here you can see my calves as well. They don't really look any bigger, and they take a while to train as well, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been skipping them for a few workouts, but no more of that though. I want them to grow. And for the last leg comparison, just a quick little side shot. I look pretty similar, but yeah, I just think my legs look slightly thicker and fuller now, which is good, which is what we want. So yeah, that was my physique comparison. But did I think the results were good? Did I think they were bad? What could have been done better? Let's talk about that right now. Before I go into my reflection on the lean bulk, let's talk about how much weight I gained, because I didn't even mention that. Well, I gained roughly 2 kilos, which is a bit over 4 pounds, and that is a lot, especially for someone who's been lifting for roughly 6 years. But the reason why I gained that much amount of weight and I still look lean and actually leaner is due to a few reasons. One, I just started creatine, which ups my body weight and mostly water. And two, the thing that I mentioned during the physique comparison, I upped my calories, I upped my carbs, which further increase my glycogen. So yeah, it's just a combination of water weight, glycogen, generally more food in the stomach, and also a bit more muscle and a small amount of fat. But yeah, that's pretty much why I gained a lot during the first month. If I would have continued this video for another month, I can guarantee you I would have gained a lot less weight that month. But am I actually happy with the amount of progress that I made during this month of my lean bulk? Well, yes, I actually am. I know that some people might might think that the progress was bad, and some people might think the progress was really good. It all comes down to your perspective and how much and little you know. But yeah, I'm actually like really happy with the results. I gained a good amount of strength, gain a good amount of weight. I look a lot more fuller now. Obviously, I didn't gain a lot of muscle in a month because I've been lifting for a while, and it generally takes a long time to build muscle. But overall, I'm really happy with the progress. So yeah, I can't wait to continue this bulk. And yeah, was there anything that I could have done better during this lean bulk? To be honest, I can only come up with one thing, because pretty much everything else I felt like was on point. I slept enough, my nutrition was on point, I always stuck to my calories, my workout program was excellent. It was made for building as much muscle as I can by periodizing it and using other fancy training strategies. But there was one thing that I actually sucked at, and that was training calves. I probably skipped like half of the calf training sessions, and that's not like me. I don't want to be that guy who skips calves. I want to try to grow them. Even though it has a lot to do with genetics, I can still improve my blueprint, you know what I'm saying? And so can you. Now, even though I didn't hit a strength or a muscle growth plateau, I know that a lot of people do, and a lot of people just give like basic generic advice such as remember to eat in a calorie surplus and remember to sleep enough, but there's really more to it. And from my experience, from what I've done to myself and also what I've helped other people with, when it comes to hitting a plateau, when you no longer can see progress, it usually comes down to either your recovery or your total volume. What I'm talking about when mentioning volume, it's that you're either doing too much total work or you're doing too less. And in many cases, especially for like teens who love lifting, I was like that in the past as well. They do too much, so they simply can't recover, and the muscles they actually don't grow, because you just keep taking them in a catabolic state by training them all the time, but you're not really letting them grow and build up. So just remember to include rest days, take them seriously. They're going to help you get bigger.
No cap.
And also have deload weeks, especially if you're in the gym almost every single day for weeks, then you definitely need a deload week. Now, that was just a few tips that I wanted to include in this video to make sure that you actually see progress. If there's anything else, of course, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up in the DMs, I'll try to help you out. And finally, the last question of this video: was the lean bulk worth it? Yes, it was. It probably wouldn't have been if I did a dirty bulk, but since I did a structured lean bulk when I ate in roughly a 10% calorie surplus and controlled pretty much every variable that I could realistically, I saw amazing gains. And as you saw, I didn't gain a lot of fat as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please like the video. That would mean a lot. And if you didn't like it, dislike it and tell me what I can improve on in the comment section below. Without further ado, yeah, my name is Magnus Bulkan. Follow me if you haven't. Subscribe. You know we're going to be posting frequently now. I'm just getting my driving license. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, peace.
Det såg fett ut.